Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Today we were talking about Proverbs 27. I did take last week off to get everything into the new house. We're still working on getting settled and unpacked and repacked into closets and all that fun stuff. So give us some grace as we're trying to get through the rest of that. But we're set up here trying a different setup. So go ahead and give me your feedback on noise level and shakiness of the camera and that type of stuff. I would appreciate it. But I am running low on time, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Today we're talking about Proverbs 27, verses 1 through 13. Just a quick reminder. So this is nearing the end of Proverbs, where Solomon is no longer writing it in letter form to his sons. It's just kind of a collection of wisdom from Solomon. We don't know if he wrote the end of Proverbs or someone else added on to it for him, but we do know it's not within the letter that he wrote specifically to his sons. So that's where we pick up in 27. Verse 1, do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. I think this one's a little self-explanatory, but don't boast about what's going to come tomorrow, because you don't know if you have it. Live in today and make the best out of it, and that way you won't have any regrets tomorrow. If you save everything for tomorrow and don't live today, and then you never get to tomorrow, you'll regret it. Now, this is not to say to spend unwisely or to do unwise things because tomorrow may not come. Obviously we need to be wise and plan for tomorrow, but live today as well. Verse 2, let another praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips. I think we all know the people that are really into themselves and tend to talk about themselves and how, all the good things they are doing. And we all know how much it annoys us. So let's not propagate that. If there's praise to be given, let someone else give it. If you do something that's really great, then people will notice. And if you make a point to point it out, then it will detract from the value of it. Verse 3, a stone is heavy and sand is weighty, but a fool's provocation is heavier than both. Stone and sand are both carry weight and have protective abilities, and it can cause pain and damage as well. But a fool's provocation is heavier than both. So being provoked by a fool can cause more damage than either. So fools are going to do what they do, and it's up to us to protect ourselves against that. Verse 4, wrath is cruel, anger is overwhelming, and who can stand before jealousy? So, wrath is cruel. It causes damage, it causes destruction. Anger is overwhelming. It sneaks up on you. But jealousy is, even more dangerous and powerful than both of those. So we need to be careful to protect ourselves against jealousy. Jealousy is one of those things that if you catch it early enough, you can avoid it. But once you're in the throes of it, your ability to get out of it is a lot weaker. Verse 5, better is open rebuke than hidden love. And we'll see this again kind of in verse 6, but having someone that's willing to openly rebuke you and to be honest with you this is talking about open rebuke, so this is not a private conversation. But even that is better than hidden love. Having love that you have to hide in an adulterous situation, or whatever the situation may be. That if you're having to hide love, it's better to have open rebuke than love that's not shared. And then verse 6, faithful are the wounds of a friend, and profuse are the kisses of an enemy. So, if you live life with people, there will be wounds, there will be pain. We're humans, so we're going to inflict some damage on each other. But better are those wounds than the kisses of an enemy. It's better to take the wounds of a friend than receive the kisses of, than receive the kisses of an enemy, because the enemy is just is going to cause more damage in the long run, whereas the friend is just trying to either make you better, or is making honest mistakes. Either way. Verse 7, one who is full loathes honey, but to one who is hungry everything is bitter. So this is one I could see being applied to a couple of different situations, so I'm not going to give a specific example, but when you're full, even something that's sweet and a treat is not appetizing. But if you're hungry, everything is the best thing ever, because you're hungry. Verse 8, like a bird that strays from his nest is a man who strays from his home. So that if you think about it, that bird is not protected. It doesn't have, it may not know, it doesn't know where it's at or where it's going. It's not, it's supposed to be home. And so a bird that strays from home, or a man who strays from home, is like that bird that's lost and has no protection. Verse 9, oil and perfume make the heart glad, but the sweetness of a friend comes from his earnest counsel. Again, honest words from a friend are valuable, are sweet, like oil or perfume. They make the heart glad. Verse 10, do not forsake your friend and your father's friend, and do not go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor who is near than a brother who is far away. So sometimes, friends are going to be more valuable than family. If you need to get out of your house because of something that happened immediately, you may not want to drive hours to crash at a family member's house. It may be better to drive minutes to a friend's house, or if you need something, it may be easier to get it from a closer friend than further family. And so I don't think it means that we forsake those family relationships, but that sometimes our friends are more valuable, being closer than family further away. Verse 11, be wise, my son, and make my heart glad, that I may answer him who reproaches me. So our wisdom obviously reflects on our parents, and so they can answer their reproach and criticism based on our actions. And so I think the moral of that verse is just to realize that our decision to be wise or foolish reflects on those that are connected to us. Verse 12, the prudent sees danger and hides itself, but the simple go on and suffer for it. So again, in this venture to be wise and not foolish, the wise see danger and get away from it, hide from it, walk away from it, whatever the case may be. But the foolish just walk right into it and pay the price. Verse 13, take a man's garment when he has put up security for a stranger, and hold it in pledge when he puts up security for an adulteress. So this is basically saying just take some type of collateral when you're loaning money, especially if the person putting up the security is not a friend or a family member of, doesn't know the person that's actually borrowing the money. But I think this ties right into the verse before it, that the prudent sees danger and hides himself, and the simple goes on and suffer for it. So instead of just loaning money to anyone, we need to avoid that danger and hide ourselves from it. But when we do loan money, to take security precautions and get ready. But anyway, it went pretty quickly today. Like I said, I'm running low on time, but I'm glad to be back on the video, and look forward to getting back into the swing of things. We will pick up with verse 14 tomorrow. Thank you for being here, and have a great day.